Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. I greet everybody upon this afternoon, evening here on YouTube and whatnot. Y'all know me. My disclaimer is I'm not a pastor, preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church, so please do not lay claims of those titles on me. You know what I mean? I'm not here to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement for sure. So on Facebook, I'm on Facebook scrolling, and I see pictures of this young fella of the story, whereas though this guy attacked a woman in a food spot out there in Chicago. Fortunately, he lost his life, from his own stupidity and whatnot. And some people was posting up, the funeral pictures that, his family members had of him. And some things, people had T-shirts. They was posting up stuff like this, listen, to commemorate this fella, this is what they was posting up, stuff like this. Things like that. They called him the Knockout King. His family members call him that. You understand? And they had another picture right here. What up to Simply Behold? Shout out to you. It's a sad thing that, people can try to glorify and justify, what this guy done did. We talk about it often in reference to situations like this. Somebody was seen on camera. You actually seen on camera. In the wrong, a man putting your hands on a woman, and yet the family members, who are women at that, deem this fella as a knockout king. First of all, who did he knock out? You understand? It's nothing at all to glorify something like that. So these are the times we actually living in. I don't understand what make family members justify something like that at all. And from time and time again, when I do these little news stories and whatnot, you might have a family member of theirs or a friend reach out, as if they're trying to take up for their family members because we speaking the truth on them. It's a sad situation that somebody lost their life, but he lost his life based upon his own stupidity. What real man puts his hand on a woman unless, let's get this clear. Let's get this real clear. Unless it's a life or death situation. I don't justify a man putting his hands on a woman, especially over nothing. What they was arguing over, a piece of chicken? What up, Octavius? What up, Craig? What they was arguing over? Who next in line? A Pepsi? People can argue over the most silliest things and lose their life over the most silliest things. You understand? You said he could have just walked away. That's true. But a lot of people got pride. It's their pride that gets them in those type of situations. They don't know how to just walk away. And a lot of us men, we have a lot of pride. Let's be honest. Yeah, no. And plus it was said that his girlfriend was egging him on. The power of the cutty is something. Let's keep it real. The power of the cutty is something. You know what I mean? Especially if that woman is landing on him. I'm gonna do anything for this woman. She giving me what I want. Weak-minded men, weak men. You know what I mean? Who are on a leash because the woman is, is controlling them with the cutty. And he fell for the okie doke. If his girlfriend had an issue, why didn't you go out and, I don't condone violence, but a good one-on-one to get it over with. you know. But it's a sad situation when a 14-year-old son sees his mother getting pulverized by a grown man. It raises a question. What up to C Mac? What up? What up? What up? What up, Sheila Davis? What up, La Holmes? Simply Behold says, that's true. Tony with the pride, I've been humbled. What up to Claire? Hope all is well. So back to this fella and and his family members. Like, what? Listen, who would, besides ignorant people, you know, this is why they look at the us's the way they do, because of silly stuff like this. They think stuff like this is actually cool. Like, oh man, this is cool, man. This is in the mix. I actually thought this was photoshopped. You know? But this is at a get together with his friends and family and whatnot out there. And this is the stuff that they're doing. All right. So they also had the t-shirts. As you can see. Knockout. Really? Knockout? Is they serious? You know what I mean? It's crazy. Let me see. All right. Knockout? You call a man who threw a couple of blows at an elderly woman, punched her in the face a couple of times. I mean, and he loaded it up. He loaded it up. He ain't knock out nobody. Listen, that woman stood her ground. Listen, sometimes you might mess with the wrong OG. You may think you gonna knock out somebody on the street, but them OGs, they've been around the block a few times. They take a punch or two. You know? They actually justifying that him hitting a woman is okay. Man. And they got a TV show. What is that TV show out there when they got the little rapper and the little girlfriend? Blueface and what's her name? Chris Sean or something like that. Fighting each other on TV. This is the type of stuff that people like now. There's something about ignorance that people watch. There's something about ignorance that gets a lot of clout. There's something about it that people just gravitate to. They love ignorance. You know? Listen, they don't want to walk away. They want to be ignorant and stupid. They want to be called the N-word. You know, we got these other cultures looking from the outside in. Look at these N-words over here, acting foolish. You understand? It only means ignorant. And guess what? The actions of that fella, yes, it was ignorant. You know, he reaped what he sown right then and there. Right there. Imagine being killed or dying in an act of something like that. What up, Joyce Frost? Claire says that's embarrassing at a funeral. No shame. What up, D. Nicole? Claire says punching an elderly woman. How manly. A lot of fellas out here. A lot of fellas out here think it's okay to hit on and beat on women. Like I said, I believe in another video on my other channel, that couldn't have been his first time hitting on a woman. If he felt that comfortable, cameras are around. I'm pretty sure they had cameras in the store. Somebody was recording, and cameras on the outside circuit. You know, that couldn't have been his first time hitting on a woman. And he felt comfortable to actually draw back. He actually drew the punch back like he was Pete from Baby Boy on a woman, an elderly woman like that. Wow. Claire says it gives them something to talk about. Yep. Joyce says they love foolishness. It says the peak of masculinity. Oh man. You said because they have no life and no God. You know what? I agree. You know, when people roam on the earth like that, they just roam on the earth for ignorance. They wake up every day. Let me check Facebook. Let me see if Kanye West is dressing like a fool. Let me see if somebody's going at it on Facebook. Let me check World Star to see what's going on with the celebrities. Let me go outside and just be a fool. Because that's why a lot of people thrive off of ignorance and foolishness. You know? Of course we can have fun, positive fun in general, but people think life is a joke all day, every day. They live for ignorance every day, all day. You know? Octavius says the way he was hitting that lady, she was a man. The way he was hitting that lady like she was a man. Sammy Behold says, I didn't even see the video. He punched a woman. Wow. Oh, go check it out. Go check it out. You know, Google search it. You know, look at the photos. Listen, I don't really know what they was arguing over, but I do know you're going into a Walmart, a Target, a food spot, and you sitting in there arguing. It could be but so many things you're arguing about. Somebody standing close to you, you're cutting the line, hurry up, I'm trying to order, that's my food. But all this is over food. All over food. Listen, food ain't going nowhere. The pizza ain't going nowhere. The chicken is not going nowhere. So what are these people arguing over? You know, but the man had too much pride. You know, and when you got too much pride, listen, it's hard to walk away. You know, when you got too much pride, you feel as though you got to prove a point. You know, a lot of people are in prison right now are in prison or dead because of their pride. Because they felt they had to prove a point with something. Oh, I'm tough. I'm this. I'm a gangster. Who cares? Who cares about that? You know? I'm in a chicken spot. I want some pizza. I want a couple of wings and a CNC soda. You know, but some people got too much pride out here. Too much. Especially those so-called, you know, wannabe thugs. They got so much pride out there. Which they are the weakest. You'd be surprised. Some people I grew up with, I mean, they were just cowards. You know, you see them out there on the street. Huh? You a tough guy. Really? Just let it be. You know? People feel as though they got something to prove. You say he was a bully. What up, Nicole Martin? Hope all is well. Claire says, it's never the first time, it's always a pattern of behavior. Joelle R. Lewis says, coward, coward, coward. David B says, I don't think she was elderly. I believe she's 35 and she texted her son to bring the gun. Well, on camera, she looked kind of elderly to me. Elderly or not. Elderly or not. My mistake. You know? He still had no right, no business to putting his hands on a woman like that at all. In that type of situation. She could have been 20, 25, 30, 35, 45, 50. He had no right. You know? But like I said, people's pride is crazy. Claire says food sounds like any excuse to swing a fist. Man, you'll be surprised what people fight over. People fight over the littlest things. Listen, people will fight you just because you looked at them wrong. or we got a certain color on. You know, people will fight people over anything. They'll just look for a reason to fight or want to hit somebody. You know, you said it's sad that the youth now has blood on his hands. Well, I will say this. Biblically, it was wrong. Yes, it was. But nobody knows what they would have done if they was in a situation like that. You know, nobody knows if somebody's pounding on your mother. You know, nobody I know is just gonna sit there and let somebody pound on their mother. You know, you may hear some over righteous people say, "Well, I would just sit there and quote scripture." Really? Huh. Some people are just something else. Something else for sure. Claire says, violence could be like a spirit, like wrath that people need to be delivered from by God. D. Nicole says, Tony, I seen a post on IG that he had set his baby mama or girlfriend's house on fire before. Something to Google search maybe. Okay, we gonna Google search it right now. All right, we're gonna Google search it right now. Let's just see if I could find it right quick. I don't really see it. Or I don't really see it on the Google search. Let me see. Let me see. I really can't find it on Google, so maybe I'll search some videos later. What up, Jeremy Dunbar? Claire says, I'm 31. I feel elderly sometimes. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm 39. You understand? The truth of the gospel says, I don't think do David, why would tell him to bring the gun, then in the same breath tell him to get back in the car? Jeremy says, I used to be one of those angry people as a teenager who wanted to fight if someone looked at me wrong. Wow. I remember a situation like that. I don't know how old I was, about maybe 18, Jersey City. I'm sitting there walking. I think I was thinking about something to eat. You know, 18 years old. Got these fellas on the corner. I'm in my own world. Yo, you was looking at me? Huh? Obviously, you was looking at me. You understand? I'm in La La Land thinking about some food. You know? So some people are just trying to look for something because they got nothing else better to do. You know? Italian says, hello, Tony and everyone. Oh, I'm good for sure. D. Nicole says, and she is staying. You said, and she is staying. The lady deserved it in so many words. What you mean? NC says, blood on his hands. Really? Honestly, that's a discussion right there. That is a discussion, because let's just say he would have intervened and punched the guy off his mother. The man would have hit his head on the floor or something like that and died. You know, it was his time to go. Simple. You know, like I said, we can't really say what we would do in that situation. If we was 14, if our mother was a licensed gun carrier, and I'm pretty sure she taught him a little bit. You know, we can't say what we would have had done in that situation. You know, right now we're sober-minded in the sense of not going through something like that. But when you in a moment like that, it's like I gotta protect my mother. You know, in a lot of cases, by any means necessary. That's your mother. You know, that's your daughter. That's your wife. You know what I mean? Because listen, if I'm getting polarized by like 10 men, and I got a friend with me who's quoting scripture, like I said in the other video, oh yeah, we gonna be fighting too. We gonna be getting busy too. You know, because if I'm with somebody and I'm getting polarized, listen, I don't care how churched out you are, you better help. You better help. Either you're gonna fight with me against them, or you're gonna fight me. Pick your choice. You know, it's not that you want to go around fighting, but if you're with somebody and they could help as far as like subduing these people, and you just sitting around singing lullabies from the scriptures, you know, no way. All right. Nicole Moore says no, people don't fight anymore these days. They shoot and kill now. Back in the 80s and 70s, they used to fight and afterward shake hands and be the best of friends. But those days are long gone. I agree. The majority of people do not fight. Be quick to go and get a gun and be trigger happy. You know, it's pride. You know, pride. Nobody likes to lose in a fight. But guess what? Listen, you learn, you live another day. You know, a lot of people do not know what it's like to get punched in the face, punched in the mouth, punched in the eye. You don't know. They don't know what it's like. You know, they don't know what it's like. Some people just don't know how to fight. Period. The majority of people in this world do not know how to fight. Who think they know how to fight? You know, that's why they go run and go get a gun quick. Simple. If you don't know how to fight, listen, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Just walk away. Don't even start no situations with people. You know, but a lot of people is trigger happy. You know, as long as they got that Glock 17 or Glock 19 or Glock 45, sawed-off shotgun, rifle, 357, AK, you know, they feel powerful walking around with it. Craig Giselle says, I'll be 28 soon. What up, Gin Juice? What up, Christopher Span? What up? Jeremy says, I thank God I never got stabbed or shot because I would have been with my awful attitude. That's what's up. He says, I'll be honest, if I was 14 and someone would be trying to harm my mother, I wouldn't think twice about getting physical. For sure. For sure. And you know what the sad part is? The person who was holding up the camera, they ain't do nothing. You know? The girlfriend that was with him, listen, as a woman, have some respect for yourself. You ain't supposed to be doing that. Don't even take a deal with her. You know? So you allow your boyfriend to throw a punch or punches. Listen, the boyfriend dead. The girlfriend may sob and cry for a couple of weeks. And guess what? She's going to get some new meat. Simple as that. I know how it is. You're just a boyfriend. That's it. You know? She just sob, cry, yeah. R.I.P. or whatever they put to Jeremy. I loved him. It's going to die down and she's going to go get some new meat later on down the road. You know? All right? Octavius says, I'll fight only if I have to fight. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I'm not going to sit here and go to a food spot. Listen, man, you cut the line. For what? Hey, man, you want to cut the line? Hey, so be it. I don't care. That food ain't going nowhere. The food is still in the oven. You know what I mean? Or the food is still being made for the people. I'm not in a rush to get a slice of pizza or a couple of chicken wings. For what reason? I'm not going to sit here and argue with a person who cut the line. For what? Listen, cut the line. Listen, I'll pay for your meal too. How about that? You know? How about that? That'll flip somebody's mind. You understand? Listen, you can win that way. You can win somebody over that way. Like, wow, man, they don't know what to do. You understand? They're trying to start trouble, cut the line. He said, listen, hey, order. I'll pay for it for you. Now what? Now what you gonna do? They can't do nothing but smile. That's it. You know? Trust me, it has happened at the end of the day. For sure. Now what? Now what you want to do? You know? I just saved you $10. You still want to fight? You know? Joel Lewis, he says, don't care how saved you are, like you said, bro. Incense would make me retaliate. Absolutely. But man, the stories I hear from these over-righteous Christians, the stories I hear, like I always bring up this story about this one fella. I gave him a scenario. What if your daughter was getting mugged or beat up or jumped? He said he wouldn't help. We would just sit there and, you know, follow the scriptures or whatever the case may be, as he put it. Wow. That's crazy right there for sure. What up, Ethan? What up? Jeremy says, I have these conversations with my boys often. I want them to understand the reality of life now. Wonderful. C-Mac. He says, yep. I noticed that too, just filming, but no reaction. I told you. Listen, people see a woman getting beat up or somebody polarized. Listen, let me log on to my account, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I want some views. I want some likes. I'm going to record and just hold my phone and put a funny title to it. It has some funny commentary to it. All over some likes and views and whatnot. The store already got cameras in there. You know? There's cameras on the outside of businesses and whatnot. But this is the type of world we're living in. People will do anything for likes. Anything. Instead of helping people. There could be a person dying on the street, and I've seen videos. A person injured, hurt, and people just walking past them or recording them. Look at that man over there. Look at that man over there. He bleeding out his mouth. Oh, he foaming. He having a seizure right now. Oh my goodness. Wow, he's shaking. Look at the people walking past him. Seriously, they're holding their phone, recording. What? These people out here, man, something else. Something else. All right? All right. Joel Lewis says, living in the time of World Star. World Star. Look what happened to the owner, the creator, Q. On one hand, they want to put out encouraging things on there on World Star Hip Hop. On another hand, you putting people acting a fool. I don't get it. I don't get it. They got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You know? And normally their videos is like what? 5 seconds, 10 seconds? Trying to flip the people's minds as if that's something changing the whole narrative up to the whole video. That's the whole purpose of those shorts videos that they put up on World Star and other places also. You know, they put up these little short videos, 5 seconds. Somebody knocking out somebody, glorifying it. Oh, wow, he didn't know that was coming. 5 seconds, boop, knocked out. That's it. And people are mesmerized by these type of videos. And then on the other hand, they're putting up something for, people got to stop the crime, stop the violence. I don't get it with World Star. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Nicole Martin says they are good at shooting here in Jacksonville, Florida. I hear it on the news every other day. NC says after 12 years, punched my sister 17 years in the stomach. My dad first told me how females differ than males, then beat me with his mean belt. Never again. Oh, man. Jeremy Dunbar. Yeah, that trivial stuff can make people lose their minds. Some people go in where someone messes their order up and totally freak out on the workers. It's crazy. Just bring in the food and ask for new. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I remember working at McDonald's at the age of 16. Man, one customer wanted to fight one of the workers. Over some chicken nuggets, over some French fries because he got the order wrong. Or you didn't give him that fresh hot fries straight out the grease with a little salt on it. It comes out nice and fresh. People will have a fit. You understand? Everything ain't going to go perfect when ordering out or something or going to a restaurant or even when you're going food shopping. Everything ain't going to be perfect. I mean, sometimes when I order, maybe go to Jersey Mike's or something like that. See, I like Jersey Mike's. I like places like that where they make the food in front of you. Go to Jersey Mike's. Listen, I want a rosemary palm, bread, turkey, lettuce, olive oil, pepper, salt. Stuff like that. Make it for you in your face right there. I like stuff like that. But if they happen to mess up, I'm not going to sit here and catch a fit. I caught a fit one time when I went to Panera Bread. I mean, that was terrible. But I ain't going to act a fool. I wanted to, but I didn't. Wanted to, but didn't. All right, let them keep the money. They messed up on the food, but hey, it's whatever. You funny at Nicole Martin. Sheila Davis says the one thing that ticks me off is when you're protecting yourself, the police will put handcuffs on the victim. Well, basically, a lot. And when you're a police officer and you arrive on the scene, it's like you really don't know what's going on. You may receive a call. Listen, there's a 1038. Because we had codes in the academy. It was little codes that we knew. There's a 1038 at such and such on East Drive and whatnot. So you don't know who's who. There's a number 2 male, XYZ. There's a number 3 female. And you don't know what's going on when you first arrive at the scene. So to follow protocol, you're like, listen, we gotta sort this thing out. Because you don't want the victim, if the suspect is in cuffs and the victim is, a little irate or whatever the case may be, the victim may want to polarize the suspect. You don't know. I'm not justifying for police, but if you're arriving on the scene and you don't know what's going on, you don't know who is who and what is what until it's broken down to you. So in some cases, yes, they may put a victim in cuffs because they don't know. Now if they know, then that's a different story right there. You understand? That's something else. I don't agree with that at all. All right. Octavia says, for anybody to record someone getting hurt, they need to lock them up. You said you hit the hammer on the nail. That's how they be. But yo, Nicole Martin says, I like how humble you are with a gift of boxing. I like how you just don't be going around flipping people on the head just because you can fight. You the real appreciate that. You know, when somebody's in some type of combat or the military, you would think law enforcement also, you know, you learn discipline, you know, more so. Because although you got some people who go out there and try to train just to go out there and polarize people, but one must know how to be humble in general, for sure. What up, Fitzgerald? Hope all is well. C. Max says, just walking on by, just like the scenario from the Bible about the Good Samaritan. Some people passed that person by and didn't help not one bit. Wow. You said that recording pose. You said you got that good recording pose. Funny. C. Max says, seems like an increase in anger, hatred from young men towards women. Is it some form of deep-rooted insecurity? Well, it seems like they got that Ike Turner spirit, you know. I mean, look what's on TV. Blueface and his girl. You know, they fighting all day. They loving that. That's the new wave right now. Beat on your girl. Let the girl beat on you. I wish you would. You understand? I don't play that. If it's a red flag that a woman hits you or provokes you, listen, bye. You know what I'm saying? If this could be easily picked up in the beginning of establishing something with somebody, and you see they provoke it or get irate, goodbye. You understand? It's not hard to tell somebody goodbye. You know? But that's what people are in the mix of today. That's wrong. That's the new right, it seems like. Because they glorifying it all over social media with these two clowns. Blueface and his girlfriend fighting. When have you heard these two getting locked up for domestic violence or something like that? I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it not one bit. You know? All right. He says, when were the men to stop this coward? Reminds me of Coming to America when Eddie Murphy jumped Samuel Jackson. Oh, man, that's funny. He said, Coming to America, Zamunda. Sheila Davis says, you're right. I didn't think about it that way. I was 7 months pregnant when it happened. Jeremy says, Tony going to say like grandma from Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice in the hood. Come on with the, what is that, Cletus? I really can't remember that movie too much, but I know that was a silly movie for sure. That was one of the most silliest movies. For real. You know? He brought that movie out. Joel Lewis, you put wash hands. What you mean by that, man? Let me know. But back to the story at hand, for sure. You know? But this is what is being justified. The man, they're making it okay for men to beat on women. It's okay. And the sad part is some women like that. They don't mind that. You understand? Some women out here like what they call bad boys. They love that. You know, they like when a man is in and out of prison also. They like when a man is a so-called thug or gangbanger or whatnot. They like all that type of stuff. You know? But if it's a man who's a doctor, a lawyer, doing good for himself. They don't want that. They want to go through the hardships and pain with the man that's beating on them out here. I see it a lot on Facebook in reference to women dealing with guys in and out of prison. The man is taking penitentiary chances. You still want to be with him? Really? Huh? You think that man is a tough man because he's taking a penitentiary chance? Really? I don't get it. I really don't get it. C-Mac, he says, some people think rough and tumble equals some form of love. That's true. They're fascinated with that type of stuff. They're fascinated with the lifestyle of these so-called, quote-unquote, tough guys, which are the weakest, some of the weakest guys out here. I'm going to be honest with you. What up, Carla Petty? Joel Lewis says, I meant that instead of filming, everyone in that moment should have tried to stop him. I agree. I agree with that, for sure. You know, I definitely agree with that for sure. You know, we're about to conclude this live. So if anybody got any closing remarks to this live, feel free to put it in the chat room. You know, we got a biblical discussion tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we have Craig Giselle, aka Simply Behold, and Brother Hayes. I believe the topic is Jesus Christ God, or whatever the topic they decide to really stamp it in tune with, for sure. But I do think it is Jesus Christ God Almighty. I believe that's the title to that discussion tonight, 8:30 on the other channel. I don't know if I'm going to broadcast it on here. Maybe. I don't know. But we shall see with that biblical discussion. All right. So I thank everybody for tuning in. For sure. Do remember, 8:30 tonight, p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brother Hayes, Craig Giselle, biblical discussion. Two intellectual brothers. That is going to be it's going to be a wonderful debate for sure. I thank everybody for tuning in to this live. God bless. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell.